The skies above New Jersey and New York have recently become the stage for mysterious drone sightings, raising significant concerns amongst government agencies, security experts, and the general public. These incursions are not only a potential breach of airspace, but also a source of national security anxiety, prompting investigations by the FBI, Homeland Security, and even public commentary from figures like Donald Trump. This phenomenon is characterised by advanced drone technology that outpaces current US capabilities. This has led to a flurry of speculation, including theories of foreign surveillance, experimental technologies, and even extraterrestrial activity. Wait to hear this. The FBI has taken the lead in investigating these aerial anomalies, describing them as unexplained and troubling for the American nation. Officials have highlighted that these drones demonstrate an unusual level of sophistication, including extended flight times, coordinated movements, and advanced manoeuvrability. Such attributes suggest that these drones could be operated by state-sponsored actors or private entities with access to cutting-edge technologies. The FBI has stressed the need for heightened vigilance, particularly around critical infrastructure and densely populated urban areas, because these incursions could pose a risk to aviation safety or be precursors to more nefarious activities. The White House has acknowledged the seriousness of these drone sightings, with officials noting that the situation is under active review. In a press briefing, national security advisors underscored the administration's commitment to protecting US airspace. While declining to speculate on the origins of the drones, the administration has called for an interagency approach to identify and neutralise any potential threats. This includes collaborations with the Department of Defence, the Federal Aviation Administration (FAA), and other intelligence agencies. The White House's measured response reflects both the complexity of the issue and the importance of avoiding undue alarm. President Donald Trump has weighed in on the matter, offering a typically unreserved assessment on the situation. Speaking to media outlets yesterday, Mr. Trump suggested that these drones could represent foreign surveillance efforts, potentially from adversarial nations like China and Russia. Mr. Trump called for an immediate ramp-up in counter-drone technology and criticised what he perceives as a slow governmental response, and many people around the country have echoed his concerns about national security vulnerabilities. And get this, the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, has issued statements indicating that they are treating these sightings as a matter of high priority for the nation. Officials there have not ruled out the possibility that these drones are part of a sophisticated surveillance operation, but they have also emphasised the need for a cautious approach in determining the origins of the drones. The Department for Homeland Security's experts have acknowledged that the technology displayed by these drones appears to be more advanced than most commercially available systems, and this has raised questions about whether they originate from foreign state actors or private organisations conducting unauthorised tests. Given the advanced capabilities of these drones, some have speculated that they could be of extraterrestrial origin. While most experts, so-called experts, caution against jumping to such conclusions, the lack of concrete evidence regarding the drone's operators and origins leaves room for such theories. Proponents of the extraterrestrial hypothesis point to the drone's unexplained movements and apparent immunity to current detection and interception technologies as potential indicators of non-human intelligences. However, government agencies have largely dismissed this idea, focusing instead on more terrestrial explanations, or so they'd have us believe. The unexplainable nature of these sightings stems from several factors: the advanced technology displayed by the drones, the inability of existing radar and detection systems to track their origins, and the lack of identifiable operators. These drones exhibit characteristics such as silent operation, high-speed manoeuvrability, and coordinated formations, all of which are far superior and easily surpass current United States air drone technologies. Additionally, no individual or organisation has come forward to claim responsibility. This is deepening the mystery. Since these sightings began, there have been dozens of reports from credible sources, and these sources include airline pilots, law enforcement officials, and private citizens. These reports have primarily concentrated around critical infrastructure. This includes airports, power plants, and military installations. And even American air bases in the United Kingdom have been swarmed by drones in recent months. The Federal Aviation Authority has documented at least 50 confirmed incidents in the past month alone, although the actual number may be far higher due to underreporting or lack of detection in less monitored areas. The ongoing drone incursions over New Jersey and New York present a multifaceted challenge to national security, technological innovation, and public confidence. Whether these drones represent foreign surveillance, domestic experimentation, or something more enigmatic, their presence underscores the urgent need for advancements in detection and counter-drone capabilities. While the FBI, the DHS, and other agencies continue their investigations, the lack of answers fuels public anxiety and speculation, reminding us of the complexities of safeguarding modern airspace. Until the origins and intentions of these drones are determined, their mysterious flights will remain a source of intrigue and concern. In recent weeks, reports of unidentified aerial phenomena in the form of drones have surged across New Jersey and New York, and this has raised serious concerns within the FBI and other law enforcement agencies. These incidents, which involve high-performance drones exhibiting advanced manoeuvring capabilities, this has sparked public curiosity, questions about national security, and even debates over whether such technology could have extraterrestrial origins. While much remains unclear, the complexity of the situation stems from several interrelated factors: the technological sophistication of the drones, the difficulty in identifying their operators, and the limitations on the FBI's ability to respond effectively. Eyewitness accounts and radar tracking data describe these drones as capable of extraordinary speed, precision, and evasive manoeuvring. Such characteristics often surpass those of commercially available drones, leading to speculation about their origin. Could they be extraterrestrial in nature? While this idea captures the imagination, most experts suggest the drones are most likely the product of advanced human engineering, possibly developed by a foreign government or a highly secretive domestic entity. The extraterrestrial hypothesis stems from the long-standing association of UAP sightings with mysterious otherworldly phenomena. However, the simplest explanation is usually the correct one. In this case, the drone's capabilities may represent cutting-edge terrestrial technology rather than alien innovation. That said, the lack of transparency surrounding their operation and the inability of authorities to identify their origin keep the extraterrestrial questions alive. Identifying the source of these drones has proven to be a daunting task for the FBI. These drones often appear without warning, operate in complex patterns, and disappear just as quickly. Some analysts posit that a foreign adversary, such as China or Russia, could be conducting surveillance or testing electronic warfare capabilities. Both of these nations have invested heavily in drone technology and have been known to engage in covert operations near and within US airspace. Alternatively, domestic actors cannot be ruled out. Tech startups, private defence contractors, or even rogue individuals with access to advanced technology could be behind these incursions. The possibility of criminal enterprises leveraging such drones for smuggling or other illicit activities is another avenue under investigation. Despite these theories, the FBI has yet to release definitive evidence implicating any specific entity, leaving the matter shrouded in mystery. One of the most perplexing aspects of this issue is why authorities cannot simply neutralise the drones. Several factors contribute to this limitation, and these include legal constraints. Shooting down drones over US airspace is fraught with legal and regulatory challenges. The Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, tightly regulates the use of airspace, and the destruction of drones could have unintended consequences, such as collateral damage or risk to civilian aircraft. The advanced manoeuvrability of these drones makes them difficult targets. Traditional counter-drone systems, such as jamming equipment or interceptor drones, may not be effective against machines designed to evade such measures. These drones may be being used for intelligence gathering, and for that reason, authorities are refraining from shooting the drones down to study their capabilities. Observing their patterns, frequencies, and potential control mechanisms can provide critical insights into their operators and their purpose. And public safety may also be a contributing factor as to why the FBI have not engaged with these drones. Engaging drones in densely populated areas like New York City and New Jersey could pose significant risk to civilians. Falling debris or malfunctioning countermeasures might result in injuries or property damage. And maybe we want China and Russia to believe that our inability to identify or neutralise these drones are highlighting vulnerabilities within the United States. Is American airspace security at risk? We think not. But get this, if foreign governments are responsible, these incursions could represent a form of probing, testing the limits of America's defence systems. On the other hand, if domestic actors are involved, it underscores the need for tighter regulation and oversight of advanced drone technologies. Moreover, the ambiguity surrounding the drones fuels public anxiety and misinformation. Speculation about extraterrestrial involvement, while unlikely, distracts from the more pressing issue: the potential exploitation of unregulated or poorly monitored airspace by advanced technologies. This recent surge of UAP drones in New Jersey and New York poses significant challenges for the FBI and other federal agencies. While it is tempting to entertain extraterrestrial explanations, the evidence points more plausibly to advanced terrestrial technology. Identifying the responsible parties and addressing the gaps in airspace security will require coordinated efforts among law enforcement, intelligence agencies, and private sector stakeholders. Until then, the drones remain a provocative mystery, symbolising both the promise and peril of technological advancements in the 21st century. One of the more intriguing drone-related incidents in New York this week involved an unidentified aerial phenomena, a UAP drone, that nearly collided with a commercial airliner. This incident occurred over New York, and it drew significant attention due to the potential risk to aviation safety. The object was described by airline staff as cylindrical in shape. This raises questions about its origins. The FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, and the Pentagon are investigating whether this object was a drone, a classified military device, or something else entirely. And while extraterrestrial theories often capture the public's imagination, the Pentagon has emphasised there is no evidence to support such claims in this case. In a separate sighting, residents in New Jersey and parts of Staten Island reported drones or UAPs exhibiting unusual flight patterns and lighting configurations. While some of these sightings were later explained as misidentified aircraft descending into busy airports, others remain unresolved, adding to the mystery. Law enforcement and FBI are actively investigating the broader phenomena, but identifying the source of the technology has proven difficult due to the elusive nature of the drones, which often vanish before interception attempts can be made. This spate of incidents underscores the challenges of addressing UAPs in densely populated areas, particularly when aviation safety is at risk. Investigations are ongoing, with officials urging the public to report any sightings to help track these phenomena and what they may be. In the past couple of days, or even weeks, mysterious drones over US airbases in the UK remains an unsolved puzzle, with multiple possible origins and purposes. While the extraterrestrial theory captures the imagination, the most likely suspects for the drone incursions are state actors, particularly Russia and China, both of which have developed sophisticated drone technologies and have vested interest in gathering intelligence on NATO's military assets. Iran too, while a potential candidate, seems less likely due to its geographical distance and focus on regional activities. The reports of these drones just keeps racking up. The mysterious drones are appearing over US military air bases in the United Kingdom, and this has raised serious questions about national security and the nature of these incursions. While drones have become a common tool for surveillance and reconnaissance across the world, their sudden, unexplained appearances near sensitive military sites in the UK, this has triggered widespread speculation about who might be behind them, what their purpose is, and whether they could possibly be extraterrestrial, Russian, Iranian, Chinese, or linked to another actor. The first notable incidents involving mysterious drone activity over US airbases in the UK occurred in the late 2010s and early 2020s, with reports emerging from bases like RAF Mildenhall, RAF Lakenheath, both of which host significant numbers of US military personnel and their assets. These drones are often seen flying at night, hovering over or flying near restricted airspace, and their size and capabilities were often described as sophisticated, with some reports even indicating that they appeared to be able to avoid detection by radar systems. Several sightings involved multiple drones operating in a coordinated fashion, making them even more concerning from a security perspective. The US military and the UK authorities have responded by launching investigations into these incidents, but as of yet, no definitive answers have been provided as to who or what is behind these mysterious drones. The lack of a clear identification has fueled speculation, leading to a variety of theories about the possible perpetrators and their motives. One of the most sensational hypotheses to emerge regarding the mysterious drones is the possibility that they could be of extraterrestrial origin. Proponents of this theory point to the unexplained nature of the drones, the flight patterns, and the high-tech capabilities they seem to possess. All this suggests that their performance might surpass what is currently available in human-made technologies. The idea that these drones could be extraterrestrial is compounded by the ongoing public interest in UFOs, particularly following the US government's declassification of several videos depicting unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, within recent years. However, the extraterrestrial hypothesis remains highly speculative. While there are certainly unexplained phenomena in the skies that warrant investigation, the drone sightings over US airbases in the UK are more likely to be the result of advanced human technology rather than alien craft. The behaviour and operation of these drones seem to be consistent with current drone capabilities, albeit ones that may be more sophisticated or operated covertly. No concrete evidence has emerged to suggest extraterrestrial involvement, and the majority of experts would argue that the origin of the drones is more terrestrial in nature. Given the geopolitical tensions between Russia and the West, particularly in the context of the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, Russia is a prime candidate for suspicion regarding these drone incursions. Russia has been known to develop advanced drone technologies and has increasingly employed them for military reconnaissance, combat, and psychological warfare. The Russian military has also demonstrated the capability to deploy drones in a way that disrupts Western military operations, as seen in various incidents within the Ukraine. The proximity of these drones to US airbases in the UK could suggest that Russia is using them for intelligence gathering purposes, potentially monitoring US military movements, testing the capabilities of air defences, or probing for weaknesses in the Western defence network. The very fact that these drones were reported to be highly manoeuvrable and hard to detect, this could indicate that they are part of a deliberate strategy to gather information without being caught, perhaps to develop countermeasures or disrupt operations at critical sites. Additionally, the use of drones for psychological operations, intimidating or unsettling adversaries without direct confrontation, this aligns with Russian tactics that have been deployed in other contexts. The idea that Russia might be testing or deploying such drones in proximity to sensitive US assets is not far-fetched, especially given the tense atmosphere of modern-day espionage and military posturing. Iran too has been active in developing drone technology. While Iran has focused its drone operations in the Middle East, there is a possibility that they might extend their use into Europe, especially in light of their ongoing rivalry with the US and its allies. If Iran were behind these mysterious drone sightings, it could be a sign that Tehran is attempting to test NATO's defence in the region, or it could be part of a broader strategy of intimidation or covert intelligence gathering. However, given Iran's geographical distance from the UK and its existing tensions with the US in the Middle East, this hypothesis seems less likely than some of the other possibilities. China has emerged as a significant player in the global drones market, and its military, the People's Liberation Army, has incorporated drones into its operations for both reconnaissance and tactical purposes. The country has also developed sophisticated drone technologies that could potentially be used for surveillance over Western military installations. China has been increasingly active in trying to establish a presence on the global stage and challenge US military dominance, particularly in the Pacific and in Europe. The proximity of the UK's NATO defence systems, as well as the United States' critical military assets in Europe, could make it an attractive target for Chinese surveillance. Chinese drones are known for their advanced technology, including long-range capabilities, and the idea that they might be deployed for espionage or to test Western defences is plausible. Furthermore, China's growing interest in advanced aerospace technology and its emphasis on intelligence gathering operations in various parts of the world, this suggests that it could be behind the mysterious drone activity within the UK. Ultimately, these drone sightings underscore the growing significance of drones in modern military and intelligence operations. As technology advances, it is likely that drones will become even more integral to military strategies and covert operations. Until the true origins of these mysterious drones is discovered, the question of who is behind them and what they are doing remains one of the most intriguing security mysteries of our time.